Okay guys, so this isn't my best look, but I thought that I should do an update on here. If you're not following Team Sophia, you wouldn't know, but oh, I'm like moving a ton. Here, let me see. Hold on. But Sophia was admitted to our local ICU on Sunday night. She has, I can't say it right, human metapneumovirus. It's similar to RSV. It just happened really fast. She had a really high fever. It went up to 103, and then she just got really sick really fast. And this is just part of like having a medical family, being a heart parent and stuff like that. But I look like death. What is today? Wednesday. We got home last night around, it was like 10. Usually, I guess the doctor said that kids are intubated and life flighted right away. Sophia has actually done really well with this so far, but she is really sick. Her heart rate is really fast right now. Her oxygen levels have been lower than usual. She is on O2 24/7 right now. We are having to do like CPT on her, which is, just lost the phrase. I haven't slept in a few days now. We came home because she was in the ICU, but she wasn't needing a lot of support from them. So basically they were just monitoring, and they had an IV in her. That was one of the main reasons why we didn't want to just come home, but they lost the IV, and the IV infiltrated into her arm, and which means that the IV went through her vein, and the little bit of IV fluids that she was getting, which was very little because she does have a heart condition, started leaking into her tissues. So her arm became twice the size of the other side. So we lost the IV anyway. Oh my gosh. And there's like construction going on behind our house. I don't know what they're doing, but it's like this incessant beeping. Anyway, so Saturday, to set up what happened, well, Friday night she threw up, but we thought that it was because she had a big poop. So she threw up, but nothing else was really happening. My God. Then Saturday came, her temperature went to 102.8. I gave her Tylenol, and it was like a good hour to an hour and a half later, and I took her temperature again because her temperature has never been that high before, even though she's had pneumonia 3 times. We're coughing again. And when I took her temperature, like the hour after, it had gone up to 103. So I texted her main pediatrician, and I was like, temperature is really high. I don't understand what's going on, but do we need to come in? And she said if it's still high tomorrow, you need to go through the emergency room, and it would go down, but only to like 100. And when the Tylenol would wear off, it would go higher than it was before. And so Sunday, it just kept staying high. So I called, I gotta go check. Okay, so I have to hurry this up because she wants me to go hold her. But her doctor said if the fever continues, bring her into the emergency room. It was still going up the next day, so we called into the emergency line for the pediatrics and told them that we were going to bring her in. We went through the emergency room and she got admitted to the ICU. This is by far the best treatment we've gotten from the staff at our local hospital. We've had issues in the past that I've talked about in other videos with our local doctors. The ER doctor was really fantastic, and then we had really great nurses. But it's just scary to have her this sick, and it happened really rapidly. Luckily, like I said, her doctor said that most kids that she has that get this virus are flown and intubated right away, because it's so similar to RSV, and she is handling it really well. It's just she's really sick. So I don't know when we're gonna have like a normal, video or anything again, but I thought that I would update today. She, at like 7 a.m., her temperature was like 102.8 again. I gave her Tylenol, and her nurse came over to reestablish her with home health again, and after I gave her the Tylenol, it went down to like 99, but we'll see when it wears off. Where it's sitting, her heart rate is still really high, but she... I think it's outside. But she's just been miserable and just awake and coughing and awake all night, and she like made a little puncture wound on her thumb because she was sucking her thumb, and like, so yeah, we're just trying to get her through this. They said that it could last like it could last like a couple of weeks with this. They said that the first 3 days is usually the worst for kids, but that could be a little bit longer with Sophia. They didn't really give her anything. They were talking about giving her a nebulizer, but it's a steroid, and since her heart rate is already high, she's already tachycardic, and she has a heart condition, so they didn't give her anything as far as that goes. They gave us a little cup that they use for, like, a respiratory therapist use, and that's about it. She is on no medication except for Tylenol right now. She can't take ibuprofen because of her heart condition, so we're just kind of stuck with that. Other than that, we're just watching her, and if she gets worse, we'll be taking her back. But if we go back, my guess is that, I mean, they said it would be a direct admission back into the ICU, but I'm guessing they'll probably fly her over to Denver. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but if she's readmitted for the same illness, I see them shipping her somewhere else. But yeah, Eric's gonna be home soon. He's had to work and like go back and forth to the hospital during this, but he's coming home half day today. He said to help me sleep. I don't know if I can't sleep. I haven't been able to sleep because she's been up, and then I've been worried about her and stuff, but yeah. So whenever we are able to do an update, or whenever we see you, but if you're not on Team Sophia, I suggest that, because if anything happens with Sophia, my automatic default is just to start updating on Team Sophia. That's how it's been since she's been about 2 months old, is when we started the page. So when something goes on with Sophia, when she's admitted to the hospital or whatever, it just goes on to Team Sophia, because that's the quickest way to get an update out to everybody, other than like immediate family or whoever we remember to call, really. So Oh, my lips are nice and dry. So yeah, I would, if you want to keep up with Sophia like day to day throughout the illness, that's what I would suggest, is following Team Sophia on Facebook. But other than that, we will see you guys next time. Okay, just a small update from what I said before. It's Thursday, and I had to take Sophia in to get a chest x-ray because her fever hadn't gone away, and then she had some oxygen dropping last night. Now she has the beginning of pneumonia, so she's going to be on antibiotics, and I'm hoping that she doesn't end up back in the hospital, but yeah, so it might be a little bit before we get like a full actual video out, but I hate winter. I'm so done. Yeah, so we'll see you guys next time.